Is Boston the beast in the East now? They legit, or was that just a little fluke over the Nets, who really couldn't get their chemistry? They couldn't get minutes together in the starting lineup. So it leaves one to question: is Boston legit or not, or did they just take advantage of a team that really wasn't prepared, didn't really have no experience? What you say about that, Cap?
Well, I think we know that the team had experience,
All right.
right? Because we had KD supposed to be one of the best, and we had Kyrie.
Yeah.
So we know they were supposed to be good.
Are you
Now,
talking Nets?
right, we talking about the Nets, Brooklyn.
But they didn't have Brooklyn didn't have that many minutes together. They ain't played that many games over the past 3 seasons. They only played 44 games together. Kyrie and
True.
KD. So
Well, you can use that as an excuse. Other players come together. If you know the game, they said these guys could improvise. They're so good, they could just at any time, as long as you want to shoot and you're a great shooter, you can shoot.
so you
Right?
saying they could just turn on the switch anytime they get ready.
Right, because they're shooters. If you got to get into a set, then you have to have a program basically how to set up things and shoot. But
Yeah.
their thing is that they just needed the other guys to play as a team, and they just shoot because they're that good, right? That's what the world is saying. They're that good. They can
That's
just
what
go.
we thought.
Well, that's what they thought. I didn't think that.
Yeah, because I remember you saying that. You were saying they think they're so good they could just turn on the switch at any time.
Exactly. And the thing is, since you're not a real leader, you can't do that, right? Because
Hmm.
you improvising as far as just shooting, they thought that would work, but it wouldn't work because now playing no defense. I mean, what you got going for you? If you got what 3 guys playing defense with
Yeah.
Brooklyn, we know that's not enough. And then these guys are small,
And who those 3 guys? You talking who? Bruce Brown. Uh, that's about it. Bruce Brown. Well, you had Blake coming off the bench playing defense.
right? And it was probably 2 good
Drummond,
defenders.
maybe Drummond. A
Drummond was
lot of
pretty
people
good, yeah.
complained about him. Huh.
Yeah, well, see, Drummond got what they call lead feet. It's hard for this guy to move around, right?
And that pick and
When he
roll.
moved, right? When he moved, he's so slow, man. That's why the Lakers got rid of him, right? When you can't move your feet to check people like AD, he can move his
Right.
feet and check people, right?
Yeah.
But if you got slow feet, no, it's hard to do. So that was one of the reasons. Once you get around the goal, you can move around him and do what you got to do. So he's not a good defender. I think he's an okay defender. But the thing is, defense, we know we need. That's why I'm saying Boston is the best out there because they got the best defense. Well, we know they're the best. I say they're the best in the East, right?
Yeah.
And we seen that to be somewhat true because of Brooklyn. Since some people were saying KD was better than LeBron, are the best out there, period, right?
Yeah.
You should be able to get your points, man. You're average
Right.
because who can check you? But
Right.
the thing was is that now if you doubling somebody, that's going to change your shooting style
Yeah.
because you're not used to that. And that's what happened to KD. I'm not saying he's the best because he's not the best to me.
Yeah. He was on the island by himself. I mean, he was by himself, man. He ain't get no help from Kyrie, so they were able to double team the way they did. When you got a guy who Nolan, he ain't really active on the scoring end, on the offensive end, just hanging
True.
out in the corner.
Right. So therefore they could put 2 or 3 men on him. Because KD or Kyrie's not doing that much. So you
Not
don't have
doing
to
it.
worry about him, right?
Right.
And that was the major problem. They could double him and triple him, and Kyrie just wants to shoot. He ain't playing no defense. I think he did pretty good the first game with defense and the last game, but it wasn't enough.
Yeah. I think that
Right?
first game he scored like what 39.
39, right. Which was excellent. But then what did KD do? What did Durant do?
He ain't really score much. He ain't give him much
Right.
on the scoring
And
end.
my thing is that you need to score at least 20 points, right? If you're a star,
Yeah,
you
that's
need
what
to
they
score.
pay them big bucks for.
Exactly right. So you should be able to find some kind of way deal with these guys. I can understand you losing the first game because now you see how the defense is. So you got to figure a strategy to get around that defense and defeat it.
Well,
but not
actually,
having.
they won by luck on that first game because Tatum got that little spin around, twirl around layup at the
You
end, right
call
at the
that
last
luck?
second.
You call that luck?
Man, they
That
ain't give up. They ain't give up until the end, so you
exactly
can say, yeah,
that defense. Kyrie and KD didn't play no defense, man. He just
man,
spent right around right. Foul the guy, grab the guy, do something, right? And he's just
yeah.
standing. KD's behind. So that's what we speak about defense. Regardless of what people say, you need defense.
Hey, like
They
your boy,
say,
like Tori was saying yesterday, man. Once they gave that game up, I mentioned, but then like he said, second game when they gave up that 16-point lead, it was over at that point. The momentum swing went to Boston. You know, the series we already knew and what the series was going to be, and then they went back to Brooklyn and somehow they lost that game.
right, but they was up by 17 points. If you're up by 17 points, how you let somebody come back and beat you? And that's what happened. So the
They ain't
thing
lose.
is, right? The thing was is that they was clicking when you come out because now you got a new plan because that first game you seen what they did to you. So now you got a new plan. You change up and they come out scoring and they're hot. Then all of a second in the second half, that's when things change. And why was that? Because you have a coach, right? So the coach told the Celtics, look, we got to change our strategy. That's what they did. But as
Yeah, I
far
mean,
as Brooklyn, do Brooklyn have a coach?
nah,
Really?
they got Nash.
Right.
You know that first game, KD went like, well, he went like the second. What was it? The second game or first game? Second game or something like that. He went 4-17. I think that was the first game. It might have been the
That,
first game.
no, that was the second game. The
Second
first he
game.
hit right,
Four
the second game.
seventeen, man. He was just shooting bricks, man. Just for some reason, them shots weren't falling that we used to, making from the top of that foul line. It wasn't falling no more. And he ain't go to the rack or anything. They just kept shooting jump shots. Like Charles
Right.
Barkley said, a lot of time a jump shot shooting team can't really win the championship. That's all you relying on.
And that's why Charles Barkley was so good. Because if his jumper wasn't working, he'd take it to the hole. Right? And I wonder how is it that coaches don't tell these players to do that? They keep shooting up threes, bad two 15 foot shots, and you're not making anything. Take it to the hole. Get fouled. Eventually, you'll warm up and maybe start scoring. Right? But then if you don't have a coach, how is somebody going to tell you to do that? And then if your mentality is that you're so great, you don't need a coach, then what's going to happen? Right? You get frustrated and you start throwing up bricks. Okay. Like we were speaking about once before about your mentality, right? If an athlete mentality goes, then that's what goes. That's your strength. Oh, yeah, you can shoot, but if you don't have the desire or the strength of feeling that you're good enough to make a shot, you're not going to make a shot, right? And I'm saying that's what happened to Kyrie mentally.
Yeah, but hold yeah. But yeah, like we said, man, they got to get more help out of they starters. I don't know. KD maybe he should have been trying to do a little more distributing than shooting. You know what I mean? Because you going 4-17, man. You got to get the ball to other players like Patty Mills and Seth Curry, and you know what I mean. You got shooters around you.
But
You
he
don't
did
need
that in
Ben
the second,
Simmons just to do that.
right? But he did that in the second game, didn't he? He had what was it, 12 assists?
No, let me check on that because yeah, he had about 9 assists. Yeah, 12.
Right. So he's distributing the ball because he wasn't hitting out the third game because they was at home then. But the thing is, and
That
then
sound about
Patty
right.
Mills, yeah, Patty Mills didn't do nothing. Some of these guys, like they say, man, they disappear when it's pressure time. And then if you following somebody else, now all of a sudden your best shooter is not hitting. So the other team said, damn, what happened, man? Now the other guys are not hitting, which somebody got to pick up the slack, right? And
Yeah,
that's
man.
what we
Somebody
got.
got to step up, man. That's they supposed to have a super team. Kyrie, Kevin Durant, Ben Simmons, and when it wasn't Ben Simmons, it was James Harden. Man, it's no excuse. You got those three guys or two guys at least, you can't get not one game. At least Jokic got at least one game against the Golden State Warriors, who
All
ain't
right.
really got half the defense that the Celtics got. But I mean, I
I
know they ain't
have
got
the
half the defense
shooters.
that they got, but he ain't had no shooters around him either. Not
Right.
really. You
True.
know, I don't see how you supposed to be the best in the NBA, but you can't even get one game. Look, I know LeBron would have got at least one game out of them jokers.
Oh
You know what I
yeah.
mean?
Well, I mean,
Yeah,
right.
he got one game against the Golden State Warriors when he was going against them by himself.
But it's
Basically,
the different. Right. But it's the different. LeBron is
he
a
older now.
thinker and a leader.
Yeah,
He's the one that motivate things. Right. So he see
yeah.
when guys are basically where they supposed to be, and he pass them the ball, which is basically what they call sure shots, or easy shots. That's why guys like him and Green, Draymond is so good because they hit the ball, hit you exactly where the ball should be when you're getting ready to shoot. So
They just
therefore, it's no
get you in
stress.
rhythm.
Right. If you want the ball high or low, they know where to put it at. Right. So KD is not like that. Kyrie is not like
Not a
that.
natural passer, right?
Right.
They pass when they in trouble.
Right. When they're in trouble, and sometimes, as we noticed, the passes was basically clipped, and then it was a turnover.
That ain't good basketball. See, them players shouldn't be surprised to get the ball when they get the ball. They should be used to that because you don't know what KD you're gonna get or what Kyrie Kyrie gonna get. You gonna get a scoring KD this game? Is he gonna keep the ball for himself or you gonna get a passive KD?
Right.
Is he
Well,
gonna pass the
well,
ball? You don't know which one to play off of.
so who do you think the fault lies on? Kyrie or
I
KD?
think that shit fall on Kyrie.
I don't. I really don't.
Yeah, nah, it's
KD
Kyrie.
is the man. KD is the man. He got the height. He's the best shooter, pure shooter. So
Who
guys
didn't
should be
show
able
who
to
didn't
stop him.
show up though?
Who didn't? KD.
Kyrie didn't
Who
show
won?
up. KD
He
KD
got
was out
39.
there.
He got 39 points
Yeah, but
in the
that's
first
one
game.
game though. That's one game.
Right.
Kyrie was out there. Kyrie was, at least KD was active. He was missing bricking, but he was active. I'll take that over a player who ain't really active out there on the perimeter. Kyrie wouldn't try. He wouldn't get no shots up like that. You know what I'm saying? I
Well,
can't.
right in the first game, yes, I said the first game was
You got to empty
Kyrie.
the chamber.
And as a matter of fact, man, that should have been their game. A little defense, they would have won. Remember, KD had a 3-pointer he missed and a 2-pointer,
Hmm.
right? So it would have tied it up, or they were leading.
A
But
lot of
he
those
missed
games
his
was
shot.
close, man.
And that's right. Exactly. That one, the last game, it was close, but at the end, they broke free, right? It was
Yeah,
116 to 110, right? That's
yeah.
6 points. And like you said, it was a very close game.
All
But
those games was close for the
the
most
first
part.
game could have went any way, either way, because Kyrie was hitting, right? But then I don't understand this. Why would you pass the ball to KD when you hot, right? And they checking him, doubling him, and that's what Kyrie did. Pass the ball to him. The first time it was a 2-pointer, he missed it, and the last time, just before the last shot, it was a 3-pointer he missed. But he was like double. So this comes again with knowing when to pass to a person, right? When they're in their hot spot, right?
Yeah,
This is what I was talking about. Um, LeBron, he know basically where you want to be to take the shot. Kyrie don't. Kyrie, when he's under pressure, he's going to give the ball to you, right? And now
yeah.
you're under pressure, right? And it
Well,
don't
hey,
work
look,
like
this
that.
is what both of them fucked up at trying to be the main man. They both was in good situations, but they wanted their own team. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
That's
it's,
that.
it's it's crazy. I just think that they were so frustrated, especially KD. I just think KD is a better player than Kyrie. Period. Right? I seen him play
Mhm.
with Milwaukee and almost beat them. Okay. The
Right,
guy can shoot. But if you
right,
don't double this guy or triple him, you're in trouble. That was proved with Milwaukee. And because they say his foot was a little too long, it
right,
was a 2 instead of a 3. That
right.
was
Other than that,
magnificent.
Milwaukee would have been sent home.
That's right. Just that 1 inch, man. That's how they lost. And he just went off, man. So I'm saying this was a thing that wait a minute, what was Kyrie there? No, he was hurt, right?
He was hurt.
Yeah, he was he wasn't playing. Right. But this is what and I think KD would do better than Kyrie anyway. You know, if there was if Harden had a stayed and Kyrie left.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Kyrie to me is a mental problem, man.
It's like, but
Sometimes
it's like James Harden wouldn't stay in shape though.
he's still not in shape, but he's playing tonight and he's playing great, man. All right. And this is the
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
And it
He
takes
playing
we know, man.
on behalf
He's
of
playing
Joel
on
Embiid.
behalf of Joel Embiid.
Wait, say that again.
Yeah, he's playing on behalf of Joel
Yeah,
Embiid.
I was
That's why
saying on behalf
James
of
Harden's
Joel Embiid.
playing.
That's why James Harden's still playing.
You gotta do something with your voice, with your mic, man, or whatever you're talking through. It's like a feedback.
Oh, I got a feedback.
It's
Yeah, I
okay
was just
now.
saying on behalf of you were saying he's still playing, and I was saying, courtesy to James Harden. I mean, not James Harden, but courtesy to Joel Embiid. That's
Well,
why
I
he's
don't know
still
about
playing.
that. Listen, man, why you say that?
Because James Harden ain't the same player of yesterday, 2 years ago, man.
Well,
He
yeah,
can't lead no team to no playoffs no more.
I agree, but I think what happened, man, they some kind of way told him that he got to do better to get this game over because the seventh game they'll probably lose. Too much pressure, right? But I was listening to it and watching because I think they're up by 15 points now. 12, 15 points. The last time I seen it was 12
Yeah.
points.
When they won the
So
game, it was 132-97.
okay, that's what I'm saying. And if
Right.
you check Harden's score out, I don't know, you can
He
check
had
it
like
out.
22 points, 15 assists, which is
Hey,
good.
okay, that's beautiful. Beautiful.
Right.
What's important
Yes.
is the assist, right? And like I said, anytime you get a 20 points, you're doing great. If you get
Yeah.
more, that's a plus. And I'm happy they won, man. I mean,
Yeah.
because they give what's up, Doc, so much problems. You know what I mean? Right?
Yeah.
What's up, Doc? I mean, you and I'm sure he was tight too, man.
Yeah.
Because
Because
of
they
course, when everybody's talking about your game and how you be disappearing,
how
right? So
Doc be blowing 3-1 leads and everything.
right,
That's what they was talking about, Doc. But yeah, but
right.
back to KD though, man. KD, you said the pressure was mainly on KD, and I think a lot of I ain't never get to comment on that. But I think a lot of that had to do with he probably would have been in the Warriors had it not been for Draymond Green. That's what I'm saying. You
He
remember the
probably, he
year when
probably,
Draymond was yelling in his face,
yeah. You said he probably what?
embarrassed him on national TV. He
Yeah.
probably would still be with the Warriors.
Oh, well, see, that's that prima donna madness that these guys got today. Okay, like Simmons. You say something about them, they want to sulk and cry and say, "I don't like what you said. I'm not playing no more." That's
Yeah,
childish, man. Right. That don't
yeah.
make sense. But that's what these guys do nowadays. Instead of just go out there and play, we understand that people are going to say things about you. I understand you got to be tough, man. I told
And,
you once before. The reason I think Jordan, it was easier for Jordan and these guys today, instantly when you do something, it's on media, right?
oh yeah,
And you got to deal with it constantly all that day, that night, and that next day. 2 days before you play another game, they're talking about it still,
I think that would
right?
have made them guys better. Because if you know you're gonna get scrutinized like that, you're gonna be more apt to be honed in into the game and avoid a lot of those breakdowns.
What better? I think it would have made them
I don't
probably
think it'll made them worse.
skittish.
Pressure make diamonds.
Right, but listen, what I'm saying is that now you got somebody critiquing you, man.
I
People don't
understand
like
that
that.
much.
Right. Well, that's all I'm saying. That's what they do with these guys today, constantly. Right. I understand that they would talk about you back in the day, the fans, and you had to deal with that. But it was a whole different level. But now it's media, man, wide open. I'm just thinking that that's another difference, man. That somebody can say something, and every time you pick up your phone, then there's something from the internet talking about you. I can imagine what Ben Simmons go through
Yeah.
constantly. Okay, saying what he is, he's this, he's that, negativity. But listen, man, then you
Hey,
don't
look,
want to
but
deal with your phone.
Yeah,
So
man. But look, you can't have another player, trying to diminish your value. That ain't about to happen. UKD, you can't have no Draymond coming shouting down on you like you ain't shit. So I mean, and rightfully so, he wanted to lead his own team, be a leader. I can't fault the
who
man for that, but
who
he
wanted
but
to
he
lead his own team?
KD,
Draymond. KD wasn't his team. That's the
Draymond
point.
can't lead on his team. That motherfucker
Listen,
put up a triple single. He put up 4 points.
don't matter, bro.
That
We
motherfucker can't
talking
leave
about
his own team. What happened when Curry and them was out? He ain't do shit. He can't
wait
lead
a
his
minute.
own team.
No, he can. He's the one. He's the
Hey, bring
director
your
for.
mic back in.
It went out.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Hold up.
Yo,
Um, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Hello.
yo,
I
can
can
you hear
hear
me?
you, man. I can hear you, but I can't. Hold up. It must be the internet. Yeah, probably. Oh yeah. Hey, can you hear me?
Hey, yo, you can't hear. Something happened to my mic.
Right. I can hear you, but you don't hear me, right?
Yeah, I can't even hear myself on my mic. So let me get back to it. I'm about to.
Okay, I'm gonna hang up this phone.
All right, yeah. Yo, mic check. Okay, I'm back. Cap, you there?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, man, but he can't have a guy diminish him. God damn, this motherfucker done went off again.
Yeah, I see what you're talking about. I
Going
see
off,
the
man.
picture now. Huh? But listen, man. Um, Draymond is old school, man. You know, and Draymond don't know that
Yo,
everybody don't have a strong personality.
yeah,
And KD, he has a freakish mentality, man. He can salt, and he's the one that'll quit on you. That's what he did. Okay,
yeah,
yeah,
see,
somebody said, but we know that you shouldn't do that in public, man. Not
right,
on TV, right? That was
right.
the thing Kay didn't like. I can understand that too. Remember when he called LeBron a bitch?
Draymond,
Yeah, Draymond
yeah.
called up LeBron, and LeBron dealt with his ass though. Okay, and he didn't get shy or nothing like that. He knocked his ass down and stepped over him. So listen, man, KD is not like that. He just feel hurt, and then he just quit. He leave. And I'm saying that's what I was speaking about.
So you
Athletes'
think he made the
personality.
wrong move in leaving?
That's right. Because he'll never get another ring, my opinion.
Hey,
Listen, he listen, if you
you see
don't
the
listen,
screen where they said "oops"? You know what I mean? For him leaving.
yeah, well, he's saying that like, yeah, so what? But listen,
Yeah.
man, he still says the KD is soft. That's the
What
problem.
about right? What about Kyrie? You think you feel like he made we? I guess we know he made a mistake leaving Cleveland. He
Well,
wanted to be
see,
the main man.
right, but do he understand that now? I don't think so. Well, maybe now, because after two or three teams and you see that you're not the man, are your mind strong enough to accept the facts? Are you going to still lie to yourself and say, I'm the man? They just don't like me. That's what
I
I was
know.
speaking about mentalities of these athletes. You
Well,
know,
you know,
athletes,
he came out and apologized basically to LeBron. Said he
right?
made a mistake.
Right. I
You
remember that
remember
was when
that?
he was in Boston. When he was in Boston, he said that. Right. He
Yeah.
said, yeah, man, I made a mistake because I see trying to tell these kids how to do something. What the hell you talking about, man? Because he
Yeah.
won a
Hey,
championship. Now
hey,
he think he can.
mute your cam. You turn your cam off.
Is it on? Hold on.
Oh shit. Yo, but let me see. Yeah, I'm about to put you back in, but turn the cam button off.
I hit it. It went.
There you
Is it
go.
off?
You got it. There you go. But yeah, Kyrie, man, he came back and apologized during the playoffs after they advanced after the Toronto joint. You see that on the screen? He said, I had to call Brian to tell him I apologize for being a young player and wanted everything in his fingertips. He said Irvin said that after the Celtics beat the Toronto
Right,
Raptors.
right, right. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, and he
Right,
did
you know, and
apologize.
yeah, because the team went on. Actually, they realized, before the playoffs that year, I think that's what 2017-18 season. Kyrie went out. He lost. He only played like 60 games that season, and the team was getting better without him. They went like 6-0 without Kyrie.
True. Right.
With
I
him in the
remember.
lineup, they was 0-6. They was
Right.
scoring better. They was flowing better. The offense. So they realized, and then before the end of that, I think they went 26-11 without Kyrie at the end of that year.
Right.
You remember that year?
Yeah, I remember. And they did great because I think LeBron, they took LeBron 7 games because they was playing what, Cleveland, right?
Right. He took him 7 games, man. That was when they had because they took Kyrie out of the lineup and
Right.
inserted
I remember.
they inserted your boy, right, Terry Rozier. Terry
Right.
Rozier. That's the year when the young boys they kind of emerged. Their scoring averages, everything went
I
up without
remember.
Kyrie in the lineup.
Right.
That's the year
And
your boy. That's your boy Jason Jason Tatum dunked on LeBron. You don't remember that?
yeah, yeah, I remember. And I remember that what Kyrie said about these kids, man, they don't know how to play the game because I already been there. Hey, come
Well,
on, man.
actually, it's funny. He the one that don't know how to play the game.
I know it, but I know I'm just saying what he said.
Yeah.
That's what he thought. So I'm
Yeah.
saying now that he realize now
The pot caught
that,
on the kettle black.
that he needs somebody to lead. Everybody's not a leader, man. Most of these
Right.
guys are shooters, are defenders, but just to be a leader, it's rare, man. Okay, it's rare to be. It don't matter how good you are, but to be a leader, man, and be good, that's phenomenal. That's why Jordan was like there are a few of them like that, right? That we
Yeah.
can name. What on one, on 10, on two, 10 or more, like that. Most guys are not. I don't care who they are. You look at the Suns, right? It's only a couple that can lead, and who is that? Chris. KD can't lead. That's why he needed and see that. That's why I say that he's like a Kyrie, but I think he's worse because Draymond was right by telling him to toughen up, man, and just play the game. Forget all that stuff about you got to block that stuff out about people talking to you. I know that's hard when you think you're a superstar, right?
Right.
LeBron do it, okay. Mike, well, we know how bad Mike was. Kobe did it, right? So
Yeah.
I'm just saying some of these guys they just have to listen, humble themselves, and listen.
And
Kyrie
block
don't
the
do it.
shot. Yeah.
KD don't do it. That's why
So
I
man,
don't think they-
right. So man, back to the topic at hand. Do you feel like the Celtics is the beast in the East from this point on? Because
That's
we
right.
seen them take they took steps, man. And even that year in 2018 in the postseason, they took LeBron 7 games. But we know what happened. LeBron kept hitting them shot after clutch shot after clutch shot. Buried them jokers, man. Sent the Celtics home. They was young, but at least they had something to build off of.
All right,
Then
right. And
then
then
that
they got
next year, I think 2019, that was the year Kyrie came in, got him up to Milwaukee, but he stunk the joint up, you know what I mean? But you know what I mean? And when they got rid of Kyrie, you see those guys start to grow, as a team. But unfortunately, during the that 2020 season in the bubble, man, they came up against the Heat, got knocked out the playoffs.
right. And that's when I agree because what happened then, they were learning because
Yeah.
they learned that you had to play defense. Remember, Heat was about defense.
All right.
And they found that out all that shooting don't matter, man, if somebody putting heat on you and putting heat on you.
Exactly, and that was under the previous coach, regime with the coach Brad Stevens coming out of Butler. He was an
Yeah.
offensive guru, and he thought the game was all about offense. But he
Right,
learned that,
right,
falling short of guys like I said, the Miami Heat who played defense, not only just offense, they played both ends of the court. You gotta
right,
have you
right,
gotta have that, man. And they made that adjustment. They made that adjustment and brought in the coach. I'm glad they realized that Brad Stevens
right,
wasn't the answer. They brought
right,
in
right,
Yume Idoka. You know what I mean? He even got kind of got on he even spoke against Brad Stevens, saying he said, I ain't scared to speak up against speak to these guys, speak up, call them out, unlike somebody else. We knew who he was talking about, Brad Stevens. You
right,
know,
yeah,
and I kept, but like, I was telling them, man, that the Celtics, I'm telling you, they've been knocking on the door for the last couple of years. That's what I kept telling. Oh boy, the host. I don't really need to say his name, but he just kept telling me for some reason to break the team up, trade one of the guys. I'm like, come on,
right,
bro. You know what I
right.
mean? I said they just need, trust me, they need a better, they need a leader on that team. They need a point guard, man. And Marcus Smart, his first year there, he's starting to become, like we said, we see him right now, manifesting into that point guard that the Celtics need. That's all they needed. And a leader.
Right, right.
That's all they
Exactly right.
needed.
That's what it comes down to, being a leader. Kyrie's not a leader. Okay, I don't care where he go. KD Durant is not a leader. So
Yeah.
no matter where he go, he won't win a ring if he wants to be the leader.
Right.
And what
But
he
but
should
but
do,
earlier, but the Celtics, they started out real bad, at the beginning of the season, which is cool
right,
because
right.
you got these passive aggressive kids, you know what I'm saying? Not kids, but these young men, they don't want to hear nobody else come down on them or whatever, or say anything critiquing their game.
But that's when they
But
got the new
once
coach,
they
right?
so they get into their passive aggressive mode, but once they start to realize that, hey, this guy wasn't going to change his message stayed consistent. They start to buy into it, and what we seen around the second half of the season, we start to see what they went 12-0. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They stopped blowing leads like they were doing, giving up leads
That's
and
right.
stuff. They start honing in
Right.
on the defense, and like
Right.
they went, all of a sudden Udoka went 15-12 as coach of the month, and that's when things start to turn around for them. You know what I mean? So now we see they on the road. They on the road to the championship. So I see the big turnaround. So it's crazy, and it's a good thing though. But now a couple years ago they lost in that 2019, like we were just mentioning with Kyrie. They lost to Giannis. So hopefully this time around they have some more answers. And I'm not saying they could do that. I don't think they could do Giannis like they did KD, because Giannis, he gonna take the ball to the rack.
Right. That's one difference. But my
Yeah,
thing is still playing. He's the leader of that team, Milwaukee. Right.
yeah,
So this
yeah.
is who you have to phase on, and I think that's what they'll do, because they know that coach is very smart. He know where the shooters are and who the shooters are and who the leader's supposed to be. Right. Because since KD was the best shooter, he was supposed to be the leader. Right. You shut
Right.
him
But
down.
you're talking about who the coach is very smart. You're talking about from Milwaukee.
No, I'm
But
talking about the
due
coach
to
for Boston. Coach for Boston.
okay, you're talking to coach from Boston. Okay, yeah.
Right. He's the one that changed that, playing all that defense and
Hmm.
knowing who to put pressure on, or who to double or triple and when. My
Right,
thing is just the way they play defense mean that they're in great shape.
right.
Okay. To do that, man, I watched them, man. I don't like Boston. I told you that. But these
Yeah,
guys are great. They are phenomenal to me. When they
yeah.
play defense, and I mean constant, don't seem to get exhausted. That's amazing, man. That's why I think they'll beat Milwaukee. Okay, because of their defense, and then they can shoot. See, it's okay. Remember one time they
You
was just
said you
shooting.
said hold on, run that back. You said they'll beat. That's why you think they'll beat Milwaukee.
Yes, that's why Boston will beat Milwaukee. It's
I
because
don't, I don't
before,
know, bro. Not so
I
soon.
know, but we're gonna
Not
find
so.
out. We're gonna find out in 2 weeks.
Hey,
It'll be
man,
over
I
in
I,
two
I
weeks.
can't say, bro. It's about. I give the Celtics the benefit of doubt, and they earn that, But man, they gonna have their hands full with Giannis. Giannis ain't no chump. I know they short. They short Chris Middleton. But Giannis still a problem, man. Giannis is running around them boys, treat them like schoolyard kids, man,
That's
like college
because they
players.
need to pull up. Listen, first of all, we know how to play Giannis. You put D on him, man. You put blockers in front of him that he got to run over people
I
because.
mean, they tried that
All,
with Al Horford. Al Horford was supposed to be Giannis' defensive
wait a
stopper.
minute, we ain't talking about Horford. We talking
Horford's
about
supposed to be their
defending.
defensive stopper, for Giannis. They brought him in, but we see how that ended.
Right, but listen, okay, well, the game's coming on next week, right? We will
Right, we'll
see
see.
how they
Yeah,
play him. I'm saying, knowing that coach and how he play defense, the thing to do is to stop him. He's the
yeah,
one. He's the leader of that team. He's the one running over guys. So now it's going to be a lot of offensive charges because they're quicker than he is. Once they get in front of him and he run over, they're going to start getting charged. He be out the game.
yeah,
If not, he said, okay, I got to slow down. I got 3 fouls, 4 fouls. He's going to slow down and change his game.
yeah.
That's
The
that's what
Celtics, the Celtics gonna come with it, man. Especially if Jalen Brown and them are hitting shots from the outside, the Milwaukee in trouble.
I already said that. I'm listen. Remember, you just broke down from 2018 up until the bubble. How they were playing. They was good shooters, but they didn't have much defense. And remember,
No, that
Miami.
was basically I was going from the year 2015 with Isaiah Thomas, then 16 the next year,
Well, I wasn't
then
going from there.
17, 18.
I was going from 18,
Yeah, yeah.
2018
Well, you're right. You're right.
when it
Yeah,
was
that's
good. And then when they went to the bubble, they could shoot, but then they had the Heat put heat on them, put the D on them. That
right.
messed the game up. So that's how they lost. Now they said, look, let's come back in 2 years, which was that was 2019, 2020. And they said, look, well, we got to learn to play defense. That's what Miami do. So now they got shooters and defense. It's
And
hard
like
to
you
beat
said,
that.
whenever they jump shot ain't falling, you were saying
They
they
go
was
to the rack.
taking it
That's
to the
right.
cup.
That's right. And that's why I said they'll win. I don't want them to beat get the finals and win. I don't like them like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
But I just and then after that, then if they get
So
winning,
you think Jason Tatum and them, if his jump shot ain't falling, you think he can go to the rack on the Milwaukee, the
that's what
longest
he.
team in the league?
Yes, yes, he's
Man,
good
you
enough.
forgot they got that big man back there, Lopez. That's all he
Well,
do is camp out for them jokers.
yeah, he is a fowler, man. He is a hatchet man. All right,
Now, now
watch
watch
what
and
I
see.
tell
I'm
you.
telling you, you sleeping on the slow man. Big
Slow,
Lopez.
you're
He
right.
got sneaky speed. He just
He's
moves
slow.
slow.
Okay, listen, man. All
He
right,
can explode. I'm telling you.
we'll be talking about this next week, man.
And
All
then
right.
you got Drew Holiday on the perimeter gonna give Jason Tatum fits.
No, see, no, well, see with Tatum, to me, the boy still he can drive to the hole and he can shoot. He can shoot threes and twos. Wherever he be at, that's how good he is. To me, he's a superstar. They just
Yeah,
haven't
he is a
classified.
superstar. He definitely a superstar.
Right. You got three. To me, it's three
I remember
superstars.
you saying that you feel like it's gonna be Celtics versus the Warriors.
That's right. That's
Hmm.
what I think. Even though the Suns are great, but I just feel under pressure because we got what 3 more series, 3 more playoffs, right? You got before you hit the finals, and I'm saying,
Western semi second round of the Western Conference Finals. Then
and
you got
then
the Western Conference Finals, and then the finals.
so that's like 4 playoffs, right? Meaning what?
Yeah,
By
all together.
by then, Chris Paul's going to
Four.
be breaking down. His body's going to be breaking down. He hit 20, 33 points, right? To
Yeah,
win this game. Right. Like I said, the more he do that and the longer this series go, the more his body break down. That's just
yeah.
my opinion and what I see. I know what he did with Houston, how good he was playing all those minutes. And eventually you get that cramp, hey, you just don't come back like that. And I noticed Devin, he
He ain't gonna
played
be able to
like
put it out. Get back to back games. He ain't gonna be able to do that. He's 37. You gotta know that. You know what I'm saying?
right.
And
I know, right.
yeah,
That's why I don't think that they'll make it, man, because of him.
look, and Devin came back tonight. You know what I'm saying? And they
I
they knocked
know.
the Pelicans out tonight. You know what I'm saying?
That's right. But Devin is not a point guard. You understand? He
And he can
cannot do
make the
what
open
Chris did.
pass, Cap. You kind of sleeping on him. He found
I'm
the
not
open man.
sleeping on him. I'm not sleeping on him because he can't handle the ball, beat a point, and shoot. It'll wear
Yeah,
his little behind out. He's really basically like KD, a shooter. That's what he's good at is shooting. I give him
yeah.
that. He's a spot on shooter. But my thing is, he cannot lead that team like Chris Paul. If Chris Paul is out, it's over for him. That's all I'm
Yeah.
saying. I think experience will win. It would be nice for Chris to win after all these years and trying, right?
Yeah.
But I can't see him beating Boston. I can't see him beating Boston. I just can't. Them guys young, man. Okay?
You
And
said
they got experience and they hungry.
you can't see them beating Boston.
I can't see Chris Paul beating Boston. Right? The Suns. I can't see if there's a final where you have Boston and the Suns. I can't
Yeah.
see the Suns beating Boston.
I can, bro.
I can't. Well, I'm saying, listen, my thing is that Boston, as you see, is learning and getting better every game. It's amazing how
Man,
from the
look,
time
the Suns, we got everything they got to match. You know what I mean? I know
nah,
Chris Paul.
Chris
Look, we
Paul
got
is
Chris
over.
Paul. He gonna get Marcus Smart in the foul trouble when it matters. One
What?
game, Marcus Smart gonna take advantage of him, but when it matters, Chris Paul gonna get him in the foul trouble.
No, Chris
I
Paul's
say,
gonna break. His
I,
body's gonna break down, man.
I say, you know, at the shooting guard on the wing position, where you got Brown, we got Booker out there, and we got Markel Bridges. So I know he gonna get it. He could have won defensive player of the year. So I know he gonna give Tatum some problems.
Well, yeah.
And
See, the
then
thing
we got
is,
the big man DeAndre Ayton. Who gonna guard him?
right? Listen, who's gonna guard him? We got a center too. Boston got a center.
Who? Al Horford, undersized Al Horford. He
No,
can't stop.
no.
He can't stop DeAndre Ayton jump shot.
Women, they got no. They got a white center.
That motherfucker only 6'8".
Oh, well, okay. Like I said, man, you
Daniel
talking
Tice.
about? Listen, all I'm saying, the game goes and comes with Chris Paul, and I'm just saying Chris Paul is going to get hurt because his body's breaking down. All these long games he's playing, it's not going to withstand. I don't see it happening. That's what I'm saying. How they will win. Chris Paul won't be there, and Booker is not no point guard. He's not no Chris Paul. Chris Paul, remember Chris Paul was winning when Booker was out. But when
Oh
Booker
yeah.
right.
I mean, Booker and them was winning when Chris Paul was out as well.
Okay,
But I will say that Chris Paul trained them that way so where they can, you know, play winning basketball. I don't think that would have happened without Chris Paul joining that team, though.
No, I agree. Yeah, Chris Paul he's excellent, man. I just hope his body stand up, man, because this is grueling stuff. Believe me, playing this many games. What is it? 2.5 months of just grinding, and then every series, every playoff, it gets harder. Huh? It gets harder, man.
Yeah,
That's
look, man,
all I'm saying.
I don't see nobody, you know, especially if we get Devin back. If he can go ahead and rest up now, take maybe a game or two off in the next round because we're gonna be facing Luca, you know, Luca. You know what I mean? So
Okay. Be like Skip. Be like Skip, making up names for people. All right.
Yeah, like I said, Luca, or what you want me to call him? You don't want me to call him that? I call him. Okay, I call him
Baby Bird. Baby Bird.
I call him
Baby Bird.
I call him Luca Flop Chick. That's what he is. Not Don Chick, but Flop Chick. Flop Chick, Don Chick.
Okay.
I ain't never heard a motherfucker with a name Don Chick. I ain't never known a chick to be a Don. Don Chick.
But you gotta understand he's not from this country. Just like they don't see people with stupid ass names like Robert or Roberts or Johnson being no damn body. Hey, that's overseas. This is the last. Oh, they just got a steal. Yeah. So
look, a Flop Chick ain't doing that shit. He ain't getting those calls in the playoffs.
Okay, whatever, man.
How good Mark Cuban is.
That's a badass boy, Luca.
Slow motion Luca, man. Slow motion Luca. Little bitch. That's what he is. Little flop chick. I used to like him, man. I loved him before he came out.
We don't care if you don't like him, bro.
I used to like him, man. But when he got to the NBA, he changed, man. He got that white privilege in America. He changed, man. He became a whole different person.
Just like Joe, same thing with him. They don't like him, but he's one of the best centers out there, period.
One of the best, yeah. He definitely one of the best in the regular season.
Yeah, and in the regular season, but you got to have help, man, and you know that.
Yeah, I
And they
know
didn't
that.
have no help.
Nah,
And
he ain't had
playing
no
this,
help.
when you playing the Warriors, man, these guys got experience. That's to me, that's their kryptonite is because they got experience. They have done this here what 4 or 5 times, huh? Under
Yeah,
that stress. So
they
they
experienced.
just wither you down, man. We know that it's a mental game first, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Huh? The
Yeah.
mental survive. And we see KD mentally is weak, Kyrie's mentally weak. So it's take a strong mentality. KD, which is Durant, had to go to a winning team to get a ring.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. He wasn't like my boy said, he was the damn passenger. He wasn't a bus driver. You know who said that? You know who said that?
Who that,
Said,
Charles?
yeah, Charles. He was just riding on the bus. He wasn't a damn bus driver. That guy.
Yeah.
And of course, KD got hot about that, but he's right. You know. And
Yeah.
the thing with Lucas is that he's the driver. All right, just
Yeah.
like Chris Paul is the driver. All right, you got to understand that the bus driver ain't there, man. You're gonna catch hell with somebody that don't know how to drive a bus trying to take
That's a
you
good
somewhere.
analogy, what you're saying. That's a good analogy. A good point, man. For real. That's a good
Okay,
way to look at it.
good. All right, and that's how I see it, man. That's why a lot of these teams don't get far because they the bus driver's not there. You got an inexperienced bus driver, man. You got a
Mm-hmm.
5-speed transmission, and this the guy don't know what the hell a clutch is. You ever
Mm-hmm.
drove a vehicle with a clutch
Right.
and you trying to go up a hill? Man, it's not that easy. You
Right.
got to stop on the hill and not halfway the hill. Then you got to take off in first to go. No, man.
And
You
don't
got to
make a
have
mistake
technique.
because you're gonna have to pull the emergency brake,
Well,
the
that's what
parking
you
brake.
got to do.
Yeah.
It. Right, okay. All right. That's a freaking thing. So that's what I'm saying. And what we got with right now with Luca, he's the bus driver. Who you got for the Utah? Who's the bus driver?
Donovan Mitchell.
That guy's hurt, man. He stay hurt. What happened
Hmm.
to him, man? What
So
happened to
you
him in
feel
the
like
bubble?
you feel like he playing hurt right now?
No, yeah. Listen, what happened to him in the bubble? He was a killer.
Right.
Remember, he had 50 points. What
But that
happened,
was
man?
the bubble though. That was no fans, you know.
But listen, so you saying that, and this is what I'm speaking about your mind. Some guys play better at home. Some play better when they're traveling. Some play when there's nobody. That's what some of these guys did. There was nobody to cheer them, so they just went out and played. And it's hard to play like that, right? Just like the
Right.
tennis players. They said, it's hard for me to play and there's no cheering and nobody out there.
Yeah.
That's a whole nother level.
Right. E, what up with you, man?
What's happening? What's happening?
What's
Yep.
up, E?
What's
What's
going
up,
on?
E?
Y'all doing?
All right, man.
Man, we just bullshit talking to Cap talking this shit about these teams.
No, I'm talking about Boston, man. How bad Boston is.
He
That's all.
talking shit about my teams and my sons ain't gonna make it
That's
to the
right.
finals, man. Cause
Right.
his team ain't making nowhere. Them funky ass Lakers.
Because Pitt's going to have a damn, have to use a walker wheelchair out there.
You
Okay.
you mean like your boy AD? Like your boy AD?
Yeah, like him. Right.
Hey man, they in the rain. They should have listened to Westbrook, man.
No, that was the problem. They got that
And look,
son.
Westbrook was trying to talk to him, man. Westbrook was trying to talk to him, but they ain't want to listen.
Westbrook should go to damn Charlotte, man.
Look,
That's
man, Westbrook was trying to work when he was trying to. Westbrook was trying to pray for him and all, man.
yeah. He should have. He should have just
Look,
sat on the bench. They shouldn't have let his ass play. He should have been on the
Lord help these people, man. And AD, he can't stay healthy. His bones are like the valley of dry bones, and we don't know what we gonna do. Just Lord, just give him a little bit of sprinkle a little bit of that Russell juice on him.
You better pray for Chris Paul. He was a damn bum, man.
Look, man,
Damn
Russ was praying for him. They were playing good, man. They was
weak-minded
playing
ass
good,
Russ.
damn good.
And then he
And
talking about,
that's what
don't be trying
happened.
to embarrass me. Don't be trying to embarrass me with my family here. Take your family
Look,
back to
Russell,
Houston. Take your family back to Houston. You ain't
he
ready
ain't
for the
come.
big lights.
Hey, you know, LA, that's Russ town. That's the city.
No, he was in the
Yeah.
ghetto. That's whole different level.
Nah, y'all niggas got to
Damn,
come through
he was
Rush,
in the
man. If they
damn
want to
ghetto.
come to
He was in
LA,
Watts. He was
look,
in Watts, man. That's
they
not
got to
your
get a G pad from Rush,
He was in Watts.
and they got to come
What?
through the Rush.
Watts still part of that LA scene? What you
I
mean?
Yeah,
know. You can go to Creekwood. I don't have to
you
go
gonna
there.
be another nothing nigga on the ground, laid out for
Hey,
nothing.
so
He pray. They mean more than prayer,
we're
man.
not. We were supposed to be talking about Boston first of all. KD in Boston. We need a moderator. We need a moderator.
Boston did their
The
thing. Boston did their
what?
thing.
That's what I just said.
Boston did their thing.
I'm telling this guy right there, they're gonna do their thing to the West Division. They win in the West.
Yeah,
All
I
right.
believe that.
Yeah, thank you. All right. We're on the same page. All
Yeah.
right. At least
They
somebody
damn
told you
so they damn so swept the people who they thought was gonna do it,
right. Thought they was the best out there, the pew shooters,
and they
right?
just didn't beat them. They swept them.
Katie don't even want to get on TV no more, man.
He said
No,
they
no.
smoke, man. Y'all hell, man.
y'all
Yeah.
y'all know KD. He on the net, on the internet somewhere under somebody else's name talking shit.
Yeah, with
Burn
a
that
mask
That's
couch.
what he do.
on. With a
That's
mask
what he
on.
do. Don't be surprised he call into the show and go off on everybody. Be like, we know that's you, KD.
That's
I
crazy.
tell him to her face, you'll never be LeBron.
Oh no, Kyrie won't either. You know that's what they're trying to
Nope.
do, right?
I
Stop.
knew it, trying to make
Right.
another LeBron.
Right, exactly. Like we know we got Baby Bird Luca, right? And then we got LeBron, and then we got the KD Carey try to be like LeBron. He try to be Baby Braun, all right? He try to be Baby Braun, but he don't have the right personality.
No, he don't. He was robbing. See, he was robbing under Batman. Batman was LeBron. He didn't want to
Right.
be. He didn't want to be the left wing, so he went to his own team, and he had no success.
Right, because what he did, he made a bat suit, right? And try to be
Yeah,
Batman.
yeah, yeah. Trying to be Batman. You're
Yeah.
not Batman. You're an imitation. You're a knockoff, and you're a cheap knockoff at that.
All right, yeah. Damn Robin, right?
Damn, he wasn't even Batman on his own team.
All right.
When he was Batman on his own team, they tried to make him the Joker on his own team. He couldn't handle it up.
Oh, yeah, but
So you brought up, I don't know why you brought up
They
Luca.
make
that he's
millions
one
of
of the
dollars to
best.
get talked
He's
about.
one of the best bus drivers out there. Okay,
Better
he's a
than
bus
Jimmy.
driver. He's a bus driver.
Better
Okay?
than Jimmy Butler. He ain't better than Jimmy, man. Better than Jimmy Butler.
No, because Jimmy is black and he's athletic, more athletic.
Jimmy will shut his ass down, man. Kawhi shut his ass down.
Kawhi, the hell with Kawhi. He's
Kawhi
another
shut his ass down, man.
weak-minded ass loser, man. Come on, don't talk Kawhi. Do he still play?
Kawhi shut his ass down.
I thought
Just
Kyrie.
like he shut your boy LeBron down. He shut his ass down, man.
He ain't shitting on
Nigga,
LeBron
come
now.
on, but he shut his ass down, man.
Eric, didn't Leonard quit? Didn't he retire from basketball? I haven't heard about him for a year and a half.
Hell
Nah,
no.
he went over there. He went over there to that other LA team. He just been quiet.
Oh, he just haven't been playing.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. He just
Yeah,
haven't.
he played that other LA team, the other team. I forget the name of it.
Yeah, the basement team, right? Yeah,
the basement boys.
Yeah.
They got their own stadium, man.
Their own stadium. The stadium for losers.
They're not good enough for their own stadium, man. Telling you that. Okay.
Well, anyway, like we said, man, your boy Luca ain't king of shit. He ain't no king in the league.
Hey, David. The Clippers don't even have a damn bus. Talking about a bus driver. Tell you talking Hey, Eric.
Yeah.
Remember the statement that Barkley made about saying that KD he was just on the bus. He wasn't a bus driver.
Yeah.
Right. Well, that's what I'm saying, man. Yeah,
KD got mad, said some stuff to him. Yeah, then you got to turn around and get your ass swept.
Right. Because you just lucky to be on the bus. Talking about a bus driver. Yeah, man. And
I
that's
hear
how
you,
Leonard
man.
is. Leonard is on the back of the damn. They probably left him any damn way. He's not even on the bus. You know that, Dave? They
So
don't
he
even
don't
let
come
his
out
ass
for the
on the bus.
games.
They don't even let him on the bus, man. Team. Leonard
Yeah,
is not that. He's like a KD. They're not leaders, man. They're just players. Good defensive players and good shooters, like I told you before. And then you got the masses of the team that control the whole team. They say, okay, it's time for you to shoot. Shoot, man. It's time for you to go to the hole. That's what the leaders are, man. The ones that the bus
yep,
driver Barkley was talking about. That's
yep,
what, yeah. And see, the biggest, see, because LeBron got one of these big luxuries, $200,000 RVs buses, okay?
yeah,
Y'all
yeah.
got
He
a
do.
school bus. Leonard got a school bus.
He got the short school bus, them little crazy fuckers on it,
All right. And got it painted with
hanging all up the
giant
damn
pictures.
window and shit. Bye bye,
With the,
bye bye.
with
We
the
got swept.
Yeah.
Nah, man.
What happened? They got Leonard on the top because they ain't got no. They called the thing he was doing that he was a master. What was it called when
I
you
don't know
be
what you talking
cheating
about. I
time?
ain't about to help you
You
out.
know when you be hey Eric when you be
I ain't
cheating
about to
the
help
time.
you out with nothing.
Hey Eric when you be trying to rest, what they call
Load
management,
management,
load
man.
management. That's what the hell he was, man. That's what he's doing now. You can't win like that, man. Load
Mhm.
I never heard of that man until I seen he was on the Spurs and he was always crying about something was wrong with his ass. And they said, well, we getting tired of your ass. They sent him to a team that could win. And they was ready to win because LeBron had moved to the West. That's how they
Yep,
won.
Ah, man,
That's how they
bullshit,
won.
man.
LeBron was shutting down everybody for 8 years, man. They couldn't, nobody could get out the West, man.
that's right though. They couldn't get out with him over there.
Nobody could get, just like when Jordan was playing.
It wasn't
Nobody could
nobody.
get out.
It wasn't nobody in the East.
Oh, yeah. Okay, whatever. Okay, they were teams, bro. But anyway, we was talking about Boston, how good they are, how good their defense is, and how good that team shoot. So that the next series of games with Milwaukee is going to be great.
Yep,
'Cause those are the only two teams I think that can come out east.
that's
I
gonna tell the tale though, because the Nets was an overrated team.
See what they do against the Bucks, man. You know, I ain't
If
gonna,
they
I ain't
sweep the
gonna
if
overstate
they
it.
sweep the Bucks, then what?
Oh, they
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 go
they they,
that,
they
that
legit. They the shit. They earn. Yeah,
if they if
hands
they if they
down.
sweep if they sweep the Buck if they sweep the Bucks or the Bucks only win one, I'll give Nets a little bit more credit. They just came to a superior team.
So, you got anything else to say? Who you on this topic about the Celtics being the beast in the East? Do you think they the
They are.
beast in the East? Will
Yep.
they get past Milwaukee?
Yep. I say Milwaukee will win 1 or 2 games. That's it.